Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the defending NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Gronk, the tight end, in motion. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Ryan to Sanu. Good for an Atlanta first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Matt Bosher, 7th-year man from Miami, on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable for Lockett. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Wilson on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
They run with a power back. Rawls. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So it'll be first down here after the run. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. The big fella. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Ryan on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On second down, Rawls. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. On the ground, Rawls. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Franks to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Franks now to kick this one away. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second down, here's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. First down, this is Rawls. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A big-time play there for the Falcons. 42 yards on the ground. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of work to do between now and then. And he's got some space here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Third and 2, now Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, normally on a third down play, I'm not a huge proponent of play action, but when you run it as effectively as we've seen them do in this game, yeah, it sets it up pretty well.
Yeah, particularly on this drive, they've been great running the ball. Good setup. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it'll bring up third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On third down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On second down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this is going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Sheldon Richardson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. To throw on 2nd down. Ryan out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It's a gain of 5, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. In motion, Gronkowski. 3rd and long, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Second down, 8. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st down, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They begin the drive with Coleman. And some space here. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the shotgun, Ryan. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. In motion is the tight end, Graham. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And this is Eddie Lacy with it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They go again with Rawls. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Jeff Locke now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Slot man moves right. Now Ryan on first down. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. This one from 48 yards away. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. From the gun on 3rd down. Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll see if they can pick it up here with a fullback Felton. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Wilson to give to Rawls. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, Rawls. He's been busy tonight. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And this is back to a 5-point game. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll hand to Rawls. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A handoff right to Rawls. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vic Beasley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.